Nowadays, many don't understand how the fast fashion industry globally affects our world in egregious ways. For example, in terms of the climate crisis, some aspects of the environmental damage are easier for us to see. For example, like single-use plastic floating in our oceans. But fashion's impact is much more less obvious, sometimes even invisible. When we hear claims like trendy clothes contribute to the mess, we cannot really imagine the bigger picture. Instead, we see what fast fashion brands want us to see. Celebrities and influencers showing off their latest hauls, brightly lit up shop windows, and bargain prices. Hence, if this is all news to you, don't beat yourself up. Getting to know how the industry really works is the first step to becoming a more mindful and knowledgeable shopper. Watch on to learn more about the true impact of fast fashion industry and how we can change our habits.
Now that you have understood the abstract, let's begin with how fast fashion exploits the workers. You might be aware of the fact that fashion industry involves almost all women, and according to statistics, 80% of them are women. These young underage workers have been forced to work long hours only to be paid with low wages. It is very unfortunate because some of them have to work at an early age in order to get out of poverty. To make it even worse, their workplace conditions are also high risk and they got zero protection. One notable incident is the Rana Plaza in Bangladesh, which had taken more than 1,000 lives of the workers when the building got collapsed. This obviously proves that the fashion companies not only violate their workers' rights but also treat them poorly. The corruption was blindly made solely to feed their greed. In such operation, they can meet their purpose, which is to make the maximum profit.
People no longer keep their garments for as long as their family did. Therefore, the rate of manufacture to keep up has resulted in a large amount of excessive stock and wastage. Fashion is built on the foundation of waste. It happens at every step of the supply chain, from production to consumer use to disposal at the end stage. Throughout the life cycle of a cloth, waste happens with discarded clothing ending up in landfills each and every year. Honestly, do we agree to the central idea of this physical journey of wastage, implying that it is okay to discard clothing regardless of whether it is still functionally usable? Then, what happens to the clothes that have been discarded? Based on the pie chart as in terms of the overall picture of all wasted clothes, this place indicates that only 10% is recycled, only 8% is reused as second-hand clothes, and 57% is discarded as garbage. This is proof that until we change our strategies, fashion will continue to be a waste.
Do you know that fashion industry is the second largest polluter of the earth after oil industry? Chemicals are major components in clothes which are used in most steps during the manufacturing process. According to the World Bank, treatment of garments and dyeing makes up roughly 17 to 20% of all industrial water pollution. While most dye is soaked up, around 20% remains in water and will be released into the environment. Untreated wastewaters, which carries toxic substances such as mercury, lead, arsenic, and others, are dumped directly into the river. This will bring harm to the aquatic life and the health of millions of people staying by those riverbanks. The contamination also comes to the sea and finally spreads around the globe. Each step of making clothes carries a significant environmental burden.
On a massive scale, fast fashion has a severe impact on our planet's resources, biodiversity, and population. However, there are numerous options for dealing with this issue. First of all, we should be a mindful shopper where we should choose a quality piece which we can wear for as long as we can. We can also reflect on whether buying new clothes is necessary or not to avoid overspending. Olivia Firth, for example, did a 30 wears challenge where we can assess if we actually love to wear it 30 times or more. Besides that, we can also try other avenues other than fast fashion, for example by thrifting, DIY, or upcycling. Therefore, it's not about abandoning fashion for good, it's about being thoughtful about what you really need. Buy less, choose well, and make it last. To conclude, fast fashion is a global phenomenon that causes major detrimental effects on the world.